It's cleavage versus cleavers, and the result is Delta, Delta, deadly. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. This time I'm coming at you to once again showcase a retro VHS release of the motion picture by the name of Sorority House Massacre 2, and you might be wondering why I'm not first showcasing the VHS release of Sorority House Massacre. Well, that's because I looked and looked and looked. I thought I had it, but apparently I do not, and probably never have owned the VHS release of Sorority House Massacre because I was never really a big fan of it, having seen it for the first time with a buddy and rented it from a video store. We were trying to search out, we were actually seeking out Slumber Party Massacre 3, but we weren't able to find that, so we settled for Sorority House Massacre, and I never really liked it up until, I don't know, it was 2000, somewhere around there. They put out the DVD, and I rented that from a video store and kind of found a newfound love for that schlock kind of Z-grade piece of kind of garbage TNA Halloween ripoff movie. But in any case, apparently I've never at any point owned the VHS release of Sorority House Massacre, which is really interesting because it was put out on freaking home video in the 80s on Warner Brothers home video, which is really something because, I mean, you know, we're talking Warner Brothers, so it's really weird that Sorority House Massacre was released on VHS and possibly Laserdisc in the 80s, I don't know, on Warner Brothers home video, but it wouldn't be until 1992 that they would release on home video Sorority House Massacre 2, and from what I understand, Slumber Party Massacre 3 and Sorority House Massacre 2 were both filmed around the same time, and you can even tell if you've seen both of the movies utilizing most likely the same set. So it's really weird that Slumber Party Massacre 3 came out in 1990. It's really weird that it took an extra 2 years for Sorority House Massacre 2 to find its way on the VHS tape. This right here is that particular VHS tape that I got. I mean, it's in really good shape. I can only assume I got this from a video store, probably previously viewed from a video store, but this is the VHS of Sorority House Massacre 2 put out by Roger Corman's own New Horizons home video with a date here of Sorority House Massacre 2, copyright 1992, New Horizons home video. I always thought the cover on this one is pretty cool. I think I like it more than the cover for Slumber Party Massacre 3, Sorority House Massacre 2, Naughty Nightmare. It's cleavage versus cleavers, and the result is Delta, Delta, deadly. Same sorority, new massacre. I mean, that's not really true. Of course, you've got your all-important Joe Bob Briggs quote here, 4 stars will surely become the standard for all horror flicks. Joe Bob Briggs, Joe Bob goes to the drive-in. VHS spine for you, and since they're both identical, we'll just show you this one side. Enjoy. There's the top of the VHS. Apparently Joe Bob Briggs is the only critic or, you know, movie personality they could get to do quotes, because there's yet another quote from him on the back. There may have been better horror films made, but not with this many women in their underwear. 4 stars, Joe Bob says, check it out. So if you guys watched my showcasing of the Slumber Party Massacre 3 VHS, you'll know that 3 out of the 4 photos on the back of that VHS feature images from this movie. One would think possibly that the back of the VHS cover of Sorority House Massacre 2 might feature stills from Slumber Party Massacre 3. That is not the case. All of the stills on the back of this VHS feature stills from this actual movie, believe it or not. And if you look at this one still on the bottom here, it's very similar. As a matter of fact, it's the same girl in the same basic setup, very similar to a photo on the back of the VHS of Slumber Party Massacre 3. It's the same actress, same basic situation, knife to the throat, just a different kind of positioning of it, so that's kind of interesting thing to note. So at least they actually got photos on the back of this VHS from this actual movie, so way to go, New Horizons home video. Pulling the tape out of the sleeve, we've got, I don't know if this is how it looked when it came or if it's just looks goofy over time, but the label here for New Horizons home video, Sorority House Massacre 2. We've got unrated here. I don't know if they ever put out an R-rated version of this movie. I'm not very big, you know, a fan of this movie per se, or I don't know much about it. Chances are they just put out this unrated version, but you've got 1 hour 20 minutes, Sorority House Massacre 2, once again copyright 1992, New Horizons home video. I recently looked on YouTube, and I'm very happy to report, and based on the time I looked, of course this could change down the line, but at the time I looked, I was able to find the HD scan of Sorority House Massacre on YouTube, and probably the original and only standard definition 1992 scan of Sorority House Massacre 2. Both of those films featured on YouTube. I also searched Slumber Party Massacre 3 and was very thrilled to find the the Scream Factory HD scan of Slumber Party Massacre 3 also on YouTube, and it was the one I found was the unrated extended version with the standard definition inserts for extended scenes or extended gore scenes and just extended scenes in general. So like I say, this could most likely probably will change over time. One can only hope that if those particular movies do get deleted off YouTube, maybe someone will re-upload them. But at any rate, if anyone wanted to check out either Slumber Party Massacre 3 or Sorority House Massacre 1 or 2, I just thought I'd just mention that they are in fact at this point, or as I said, at least the last time I checked, they are all on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. So I would recommend checking out, probably out of all three of those, the one I would recommend most is Slumber Party Massacre 3, and then giving Sorority House Massacre 1 and 2 a shot. As long as they're on YouTube, you might as well go check them out. Sorority House Massacre is more of like a Halloween, blatant Halloween ripoff slash kind of remake, or Sorority House movie slash Halloween ripoff all in one. So I guess that'll pretty much do it for my VHS showcasing. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, we'll catch you on the next video.